Yo, hey, what's up, guys? It's February 27th, 2015, and this is my sixth attempt on doing this video. I don't know how to do this video. I'm, let's put it this way. I'm at a point in my life when I'm doing these YouTube videos, I've done so many, I've had so many channels that my new videos that I'm doing now and I just posted are boring to me. I don't know about to you guys. I mean, maybe to some, maybe that's why I don't get enough likes, or maybe you're just being nice. Whatever it is, I appreciate the views. I appreciate you guys. But in my mind, I feel that it's boring, that it's not enough. So instead of me talking about Comic-Con, or at least me talking about stuff that you already know, I figured just show you a bunch of stuff that I picked up and talk about it. Now, one thing I do want to talk about first off is this, and then I'll slowly make my way this way. This, of course, is a Transformer Generation 1 drag strip, and as you can tell, I have one that's pretty much almost complete here, and then I have some that are broken apart or taken into pieces. And the reason for that, and the reason why I want to talk about it, is to give you guys kind of an idea of what kind of collector, what kind of buyer I am. Now, I'm really picky with the grade. Or at least the condition of action figures and even comic books that I buy. Number one specifically, let's say for an example, if it's a G.I. Joe. If it's a G.I. Joe vintage, meaning from 82 to possibly 87, I like to have those as mint as possible. C9, C10, C8, maybe. But they have to be as close as mint as possible for me to actually buy them. And usually the higher condition, the higher dollar value they're worth. I get that, I understand it. Hopefully I get a good deal here and there. But with Transformers, guys, Transformers, for all you other action figure collectors that are actually watching this video, let me know if you guys are the same way or if anyone pretty much collects the way I do. 9 times out of 10, I end up buying multiple of the same figure. Now with this one, Generation 1 drag strip, they're both Generation 1 1985, okay? No reproductions. I hate reproductions. I will never buy a reproduction or at least a reissue. There are ways to identify the reissues to reproductions that I hope to talk about one day, but not in this video. But with me, I hate them. I despise them. I was a huge Transformer collector, a lot of you already know, about 11, 12 years ago. And to give you kind of a point on how big I was, my collection was about 100 plus Generation 1 original, okay, before reissues were coming out, before, you know, these third-party Transformers came out. I was big into it, heavy into it. The rarest Transformer that I had at that time was a toss-up between an original Japanese Metal Hawk, 100% complete, right? Between that one and a Mitten Box Raiden Japanese combiner, all of them individually in the boxes, never opened. So I had a toss-up between that and the Metal Hawk. I don't know which one was my rarest, but I had tons of them. Now, this pretty much current modern age, I'm not as picky when it comes to conditions, or at least grade value or condition value, as I was about 11 years ago. So when I buy multiples, it's only because I like to have my Transformers in a certain condition. I don't want them mint like G.I. Joes. I don't want them C9, C10. I would like them to be C7, C8. If you don't know what that means, it means I like to have my Transformers to have a little bit of playwear, okay? Now, that's one easy way for me to identify the age, okay? Now, here's a tip, guys. Now, if you're into mint condition Transformers, you can just skip or fast forward. If you're not into those and you want to identify, the easiest way for me, or at least that I do it, I look for playwear. Now, the playwear that I look for, it's not stickerware. It's more along the lines of, do these have any scratches or rub marks? Oops, there we go. Put that in frame. Do these have any scratches or rub marks on the tires or the bottom frame? Also, if you have Transformers that have rubber wheels, sometimes they'll be cracked. Sometimes they'll be, if they're, rolled around a lot, they'll have, you know, fading on the rubber. Those are the kinds that I look for. Okay, that's really easy to identify. Sticker wear, of course, is kind of a big factor for me, only because, like, for an example, this one right here. This is a perfect example. As you can tell, the sticker was completely cut or pulled off on one side. To me, I don't like that. That's not acceptable. This having no sticker on, that's not acceptable either. But if it has a little bit of fading, let's see if I get this in frame, see right there? If it has a little bit of fading, as you can tell there, and of course there, that's perfect. That's actually perfect for me. And the figure itself for Transformers, it has to have all the stickers. No stickers are missing, can't be missing. If they are missing, right, if I am missing a sticker, I try to hunt the actual real sticker sheet down, which I did for one of them, which was Motor Master. Here, I picked this up just recently, I would say within the past few months. And of course, it's a Generation 1 Minosaur. And the reason why I picked it up was because it came with the Crazy Devi set. Minus, it didn't come with a shield. And of course, let's see if I get this a better, there we go. It didn't come with a shield, or at least the waist plate or the waist area. I had to order that from Big Bad Toys. But everything else, a Crazy Devi, of course, as you can tell, the sword, number one, right? The huge sword, the face, the eyes actually glow. And that's it. That's what it came with. Now, one thing also I noticed when I purchased this, it had reproduction stickers. And here is a easy way to identify them. See these? They're pretty much almost in mint condition. I don't like that. And I was able to identify them only because of the condition. And you can tell the texture and the print quality just isn't that great compared to the original stickers. Okay. So again, a lot of you are like, well, Rick, then if it had that, why'd you buy it? Well, number one, you know, I really value the toy store, you know, the collector's marketplace, especially the Transformer store. And I've been buying pretty much almost all of his combiners that have the Crazy Devi set. So there's pretty much only one more that I need to buy from him, which I'll more likely probably buy in a couple months, which is well, I'll surprise you. Anyways, so back to this, guys. Slowly but surely, I've been replacing these stickers. So as you can tell, let me pull this bad boy off. Put that in frame. There we go. So these stickers, even though they look mint, guys, they are not reproduction. They are the original. I bought the original sticker sheet. I've been applying them only because the Motor Master didn't have reproduction. He had the original stickers, and they were really bad, really faded. So I decided to get a new sticker sheet, and as you can tell, let's see if I can get this to focus. Okay. See, there's some fading right there on the side. These are the original ones also. So there's small little bits of fading here and there. But as for this front portion, like you can tell, these have been replaced. Now, there is a difference from sticker quality from here to here. The video won't pick it up, but you can tell that there is a slight, there are slight horizontal and vertical lines where the inkjet or laser printer was printing them out, or printing out the reproductions. And if you look really closely, you can tell what they are. I know the video can't pick them up, so I apologize. Anyways, back to my point. So in this scenario, what I'm trying to say is, with drag strip, I've actually purchased 3 of them. 2 of them you see here in frame, and I'm expecting another one in the mail probably by next week. And the other one that I'll be getting, I'll be replacing this front cone portion because it has a somewhat decent sticker for a black sticker for the window. So I know a lot of you are like, man, that's ridiculous. You're spending a ton of money. I know, I get it, guys, but please understand that's just the kind of collector I am. If it's less quality, I don't buy it, or I just don't like it. I can't explain the way I feel. That's just when you're a collector, when you're passionate about, especially with comic books, right? When you're passionate about something, collecting something, you have to have it your way, especially if you're spending that kind of money. And here's another example. Let me show you here. This, guys, I'm not quite sure if I showed it in a video. It's Dracula #1, right? And I purchased this from a gentleman at a comic convention, which was last year. And one really cool thing about it is it's signed by Neil Adams. Okay, Neil Adams signed it. It's not CGC'd. The grade of it, I would have to say, sorry guys, I'm trying to hold the comic book and then the camera with one hand. Grading wise, guys, I would have to probably give it a very fine. Only because there's one thing that I do not like about it, that a lot of even my friends are like, man, that's nothing. That's okay. I mean, it's not going to ruin the value, or at least the comic. Let me show you here. Turn it around. There's a stain right there, as you can tell. I don't know if it's a water stain, grease stain, coffee stain, but it's a stain, and it does have kind of a, you can feel it, it's an imprint. It's like a little indent, and it goes all the way through the book. And it's a hard stain, not something light. So I don't know if it's oil or what that is, but that bothers me. Now, as you can tell, a lot of you are like, hey, what's that sticker? What is that for? I'll talk about that later. But as of right now, because of that stain, when I took it out of the comic bag and I was first in line to get Neil Adams' autograph, I noticed it. I'm like, shit. Well, I'm here. I've already paid. Might as well get it signed. I can't take it back. And this was the only one that was available at the convention. Now, I'm a huge horror fan, guys. You all know I'm a huge horror fan. So when I got it, I'm like, it's Dracula. It's the first issue. I have to have it. But there's that stain. That bothers me. Would that bother you guys? I don't know. But I'm to a point where, should I sell it? I haven't seen another one like that that's been signed and at least has a sticker of authenticity from Neil Adams. I don't know. So that's an example. So pretty much, guys, that I picked up. Plus, you see the Motormaster there, or at least the Menasor there. I'm slowly putting him together, getting the right parts, the right pieces. And yeah, in the long run, did you pay too much? Yeah, I probably did. But that's just me, guys. What can I say? Now, this video is already going at 13 minutes, guys. I still have a lot of stuff to show. Also stuff that I picked up from the convention. Some other toys that I picked up. So let me do a part 2. In the meantime, with this, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about the grading wise of comic books, how picky you are, you know, are you more picky with Silver Age or less lenient on modern age comic books? What about toys? You know, do you always have to have them packaged? Can you open them up if they're vintage? Do they have to have stickers or the accessories? Let me know. I'm interested, only because I want to know if I'm crazy. Are there any other crazy people out there? Let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Expect part 2 here shortly. Peace.